Hello, everyone. My name is Lane Adams, and welcome to Teach, Learn, and Connect. This is a Tuesday night class we have in our real life healing group. And if you're watching it with us now, or you're watching it at some other point in the future, just know that we are focusing tonight on the power of breath and the benefits of breathing, as well as Northern Escape, which is 10% off this month, all month long in the month of August 2023. This is a blend that doTERRA offers regularly, but if you're watching this in August of 2023, you're able to get 10% off this oil when you purchase it. So this blend is amazing, and we're going to be talking about the power of breath, the benefits of breathing exercises, and incorporating our essential oils. Northern Escape is an amazing blend, and I can't wait for you to smell it. I wish you could smell it with me. Right now, I only have a 5 ml bottle, but the bottle that's being offered at 10% off is 15 ml. So you'll be sure to want to get it. It is amazing. And you're going to learn more about that tonight. So as you can see on the screen, we're going to talk about breathing in the forest and the benefits of forest bathing and our oils, and breathing out the everyday, which might be your stress and frustrations, or just kind of reflecting on your day. Controlled breathing has been shown to reduce stress, increase alertness, and boost your immune system. It's also been shown that it can lower blood pressure levels and your heart rate. Controlled breathing can reduce levels of stress, the stress hormone in the body. It can reduce lactic acid buildup in muscle. That's an amazing one. Controlled breathing can help balance oxygen and carbon dioxide in your blood, and it can also help improve your immune system, as I mentioned. So here we have the parasympathetic and the sympathetic system branches in our nervous system. Consciously changing the way you breathe appears to send a signal to the brain to adjust the parasympathetic, which you can see on your screen. That's your rest and digest. It's going to adjust that branch of that system, and it will slow your heart rate and help your digestion and promote feelings of calm. It's also, controlled breathing is going to consciously changing the way you breathe is going to help with your sympathetic system as well when it needs to be heightened, or sometimes you just do it without thinking, and that's usually the way it is. So fight or flight, which controls the release of hormones like cortisol. When you take slow, steady breaths, your brain gets the message that all is well and activates that parasympathetic response. When you take shallow, rapid breaths or hold your breath, the sympathetic response is activated. So remember, if you breathe correctly, your mind will calm down. So controlled breathing will calm your nervous system. This is one example of controlled breathing that you can practice, and you're going to learn a few more at the end, but you can do a search and find tons of breathing exercises and find one that works for you depending on your situation. It's always good to have a few in your back pocket that you can remember to practice. So this one, take a deep breath, expanding your belly. Sometimes it's good to put your hand on your belly and then pause, and then exhale slowly to the count of 5 and repeat that 4 times. So when you do that, it's called controlled breathing, and it will calm your nervous system. There was a study, and there's been lots of studies, but there was a study done about how controlled breathing may affect your immune system. Researchers at the Medical University of South Carolina divided a group of 20 people into 2 groups. One group was instructed to do 2 sets of 10-minute breathing exercises, while the other group was told to read a text of choice for 20 minutes. Then they tested the saliva of the subjects, and it was tested during different intervals of the exercise. The researchers found that the breathing exercise group's saliva had significantly lower levels of 3 cytokines that are associated with inflammation and stress. So that's pretty powerful. So I love to think about it. For me, it's a little bit difficult to meditate. And often when you're meditating, you're focusing on your breath. When people practice yoga, they are focusing on breath and many other types of exercise or practices. But for some people, that meditation is a little difficult. So I love this quote: breathing is practical. It is meditation for people who can't meditate. And it's not that I can't meditate, but it's just not one of my best things. So I love this reminder that breathing is a great tool that we can use. So now let's incorporate our essential oils. When you think about the aromatic use of oils, you may or may not know that they really can elicit powerful physiological, mental, and emotional responses. So when the aromatic use of oils is very, very powerful. And even using oils topically is powerful. If you're putting oils on a particular part of your body, maybe you're experiencing some tension or just some anxious feelings, or even just you want to have that lovely aroma on you, make sure when you're applying topically that you also breathe in. Don't waste the aroma. It's very powerful. Some of the uses, ways to use oils aromatically are as simple as opening the bottle, which most of you know that one. I always tell people the oils won't work if you don't open the bottle. So open the bottle and smell. You can also apply topically and then take in the aroma. You can use a diffuser jewelry, like a diffuser bracelet with a lava bead, and put that on there and kind of rub it in, and then you have it with you throughout your day. There are aroma jewelry necklaces. There are other types of bracelets out of leather, or even earrings people are making out of leather. So you can just put your oil on and rub it in. You can make room sprays with essential oils and just water or witch hazel. And then also the nasal inhalers that you can make. You can order the little nasal inhalers on Amazon, and you can make a nasal inhaler. So you just have your aroma right with you throughout the day. There's pretty ones that are a little more pricey, and then just the little simple, inexpensive ones. So those are some tips for using aromatically, as well as diffusing, which is obviously a great way to use our oils every single day. So let's get into Northern Escape. Northern Escape is called our Woodland Blend, and you can see the list of oils right there on the screen that are in this amazing blend. I'm going to quickly go through the oils and tell you a little bit about each one. What I love about this is the power of essential oil blends. doTERRA offers us many blends, and oftentimes in the blends, there are oils that we don't typically have access to. So I love that we can still get the benefits from the oils in these blends, even if we cannot purchase them individually. However, a lot of these oils in this blend are available from doTERRA. You can buy them individually. So just pay close attention to ones that might interest you as far as what they do. And remember, when they're in a blend, it's exponential. There's some synergy that happens in the blend, and our chemists and scientists look at that when they're creating these blends. So as a whole, Northern Escape is like Japanese forest bathing. The tree aromas in the blend have the capacity to help the body release acquired negative energies and invite harmony and peace. So again, let's look at the individual oils and the systems that they support. And then the oils that we can't get, typically I'm going to tell you a little bit more about because you may not be familiar with them. The first one is black spruce, and this one is available from doTERRA. It addresses the oils or the chemistry in this oil address the emotional or limbic system, the immune system, the integumentary system, which is skin, hair, and nails, and also the respiratory system. So if you have access to black spruce, know that it's going to address those issues if you want to support those systems of the body. I love thinking in systems because when you have an issue that's something that's a challenge, a health challenge, you can think about what system of the body is this that's speaking to me and telling me it needs some attention. And then if you know what system the oils address, you can just grab one of those oils. The oils are very powerful and very diverse in what they do because of their chemistry. Siberian fir is the next essential oil. This one addresses the emotional and limbic system, the endocrine system, the integumentary system, the musculoskeletal system, nervous system, and respiratory system. So Siberian fir is amazing. Siberian fir is one of the oils that you can take internally. And most fir oils you do not take internally, but Siberian fir from doTERRA is indicated to take internally. And the way you can know if you can take an oil internally is by looking on the label and seeing if there's a supplement fact box. And if there is, then you know that oil is safe to ingest. So it's hard to see, but you just look on there. And if there's a supplement facts, it'll say supplement facts on the bottle, then you can take it internally. Otherwise, you use it topically or aromatically, like this Northern Escape blend, because there are a few oils in here we would not ingest. The next one is balsam fir. We have gotten balsam fir from doTERRA a few times as a special limited time offer, but we cannot just purchase it regularly. So if you want access to it, get your Northern Escape. This one is, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. The properties of balsam fir are anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and expectorant. It helps reduce anxious feelings and promote sleep. A few drops of balsam fir to a hot shower or in a diffuser are going to act as a way to help kind of unclog the nasal passages and also just give you some relief if you're feeling a little bit stuffy. Sleeping next to balsam fir is pretty amazing. If it's diffusing, you can also put some on your pillow. And there are places that make balsam fir pillows, and in other countries where they have access to this a little more regularly. And the balsam steam from that essential oil will give you a restful night's sleep. So that's pretty cool if you're laying on it. So I'm thinking if you spritz Northern Escape on your pillow, or even put it in your hands, breathe it in, and then rub it on your pillow, you're going to have a wonderful night's sleep. So this is a great benefit to that. Balsam fir is one, like I said, that we cannot get regularly. And that's what I love about the blends is doTERRA gives us access to these oils that may be harder to source. Maybe the plant needs to be a little more protected and we cannot provide enough to have it on the shelf in a single bottle. Lavender is another essential oil that's in this blend. Some people think this says lavender. It's a bit different, but has some similar properties. It's effective for respiratory support, sinus support, and anything going on with your ears, your inside middle ear support. It helps prevent any kind of issues that might occur in those areas. It has antiseptic and healing powers. It can help with if you have wounds that might need some support toward repairing and healing, it can help with that. And so this is a wonderful oil to have in this blend. Cedarwood is another oil. We have access to this one regularly. It affects the emotional and limbic system, the integumentary system, the musculoskeletal system, and the nervous system. Cypress is another oil that's in this blend. This cypress is amazing. When I look at all the systems that cypress addresses, I'm very impressed. We know that cypress helps with flow of fluids in the body through the tissues. So listen to the systems that cypress supports: cardiovascular, digestive, endocrine, musculoskeletal, nervous, respiratory, and urinary. So make sure you're using your cypress. That one is very, very powerful. Hinoki is another oil in this blend. We have had access to Hinoki a few times. This is from the Japanese forest. It's like a Japanese cedar, I think. And but we don't get to purchase it regularly. Hinoki is an amazing blend. It's or oil. It's very diverse in its chemical composition. Listen to all of the benefits of Hinoki. It has possible neuroprotective effects against cognitive decline when aging. It is used to help relieve stress, anxious feelings, and tension. It can boost immunity, help cleanse wounds, reduce, have a healthy inflammatory response in the body, and aid with muscle and joint discomfort, as well as acting as a way to help the sinuses become less stuffy, and it even encourages hair growth. So all of those things, pretty amazing. Again, the reason essential oils are so diverse in what they address is because of their chemical composition. It's chemistry. So it's very, very fascinating. The next one is frankincense. We all know how powerful frankincense is, and the systems it addresses are cardiovascular, digestive, emotional, limbic system, endocrine system, immune system, integumentary system, musculoskeletal, nervous, respiratory, and urinary. Frankincense is one of the oils from trees that we can take internally. doTERRA's frankincense has a supplement fact box, and you can take it internally. That's one of the benefits of doTERRA oils that are so pure, and they are certified pure tested grade CPTG, which means they've been tested the most and they are trusted the most. The next oil in this blend is Nootka. We don't have the ability to buy that separately in doTERRA. And oftentimes the reasons we can't get some of these oils too is they are not able to have that CPTG rating for the amount they would need to provide it by itself. So they want to make sure it is pure and potent. And the only way they will do that maybe is to have enough for a blend. And so we get the benefits of it. The Nootka essential oil can help boost your immune system and increase your energy levels. It's also an effective insect repellent. So again, you can step outside with your Northern Escape, and there's a few oils in this that will help with insect repellent. Nootka eases fatigue, stress, and negativity, and it refreshes and energizes the mind and the emotions. The next one is Kananga. We've had access to Kananga before, but only as a limited time offer, so it's not one that you can purchase regularly. This one's a really interesting blend or oil. The aroma profile is, to me, feels a little bit minty. Kananga does, so it's really a wonderful oil. This oil helps reduce feelings of anxiousness or stress. It naturally improves your mood and promotes feelings of balance and peace. It can support cellular function, and it can soothe the nervous system. It also supports immune function throughout the body and is great for skin and hair if you have oily skin and hair. So the next one is clove. This is our final oil in this amazing blend. I mean, look at all those oils. And sometimes, you know, people will say, oh, I can't afford all these oils. Just get one of the blends and you're going to have access to all of these oils. Pretty amazing. Clove is supportive to the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, the emotional limbic system, the endocrine system, the immune system, the nervous system, and the urinary system. So when you think of clove, you can use that one internally by itself. Again, it's in Northern Escape, so we don't use this blend internally, but if you have access to clove, it is powerful, a powerful antioxidant, and one of actually the most powerful oils to have on hand. So I encourage you to make sure you have some clove on hand. All right, so with Northern Escape, we're going to diffuse it and use it topically. Here are some commonly used top uses, actually, some common top uses for this blend. The first one is kind of obvious. It's forest therapy. So if you look at the benefits of forest therapy or forest bathing, it's very powerful and has been shown to reduce stress and the body's response to stress. So it's very, very beneficial for your health. You can diffuse it, apply it under your nose, over your heart, back of neck, or bottom of the feet. And that you're going to find that's true for most of these uses. For mental stress or cluttered thinking, again, diffuse or inhale from your hands, put it across your forehead. And when you think about cluttered thinking, then use your oil there. You're thinking, we think about our thinking in our brain. So use your oils near that area. If you're feeling tension in your chest, then use your oils in your chest. If you're feeling it in your heart, or even in your stomach, if you're feeling your stress or tension in your stomach, then apply it there too, as well as breathe it in. Overstimulation from screen time, which happens a lot these days. So again, apply it under your nose, maybe around the bone structure around your eyes, across your forehead, behind your ears, all of this area for when you've had a lot of screen time. If you're feeling uninspired or unmotivated, this is a great one to diffuse or apply topically and breathe in. Respiratory issues, all the same, diffuse it, put a drop in your hand, breathe it in. You can even make a little circle with one hand and breathe in this way. It's very, very healing and opening to the airways. Chaotic energy. Chaotic energy fields, agitation. Remember, I said one of those oils, I think it was Hinoki, can help with cognitive decline when aging. Also, there's agitation with that. And so sometimes using an oil that is very grounding and calming is going to help that agitation. So for any of us, but for people who are struggling with the aging process cognitively, this is a great one to diffuse, to put on your hands, to massage, maybe using a massage oil or a lotion to help calm. If there's polluted air indoor and odors indoor, you can diffuse this in areas of need, or even make like a spritz where you can just spray it around. It's great for your bath and bedtime routine. Throwing a handful of Epsom salts with a few drops of Northern Escape is a great idea into your bath, or throwing it on the shower wall. I just take my bottles every now and again and just kind of shake it toward the shower wall and let the oil go on there. And then the steam will provide an amazing aromatic calming experience. And joint muscle aches and discomfort, again, in a massage oil or a lotion, a great way to use Northern Escape. So remember, you can use these oils, all of our oils, with breathing techniques. So again, we're looking at the benefits of breathing exercises. And here are some helpful breathing techniques. The first thing, though, I want to say is that you're going to want to stand up straight or lay down flat on the floor, because posture is so important for breathing. So if we collapse into ourselves, we aren't allowing our muscles to do the work and our diaphragm to take more air in and expel old air. Breathing out, exhaling, is part of our detoxifying for our lungs and our entire system. So, and our blood actually. So breathing out, exhaling properly is really important too. So standing up straight is important, or sitting up straight, or laying flat on the ground on your back. The first one is a breathing technique that I'm not that great at, because this is more like meditating. However, it is something I've heard a lot about, and I think it's important to know it if it's something you choose to practice. So the first one is called Follow Your Breath. This one, you're going to just simply observe your respiratory movements, be aware of each inhalation and exhalation, and you're going to feel the sensations as air passes through your nose and throat. Just kind of notice it, and notice your chest and your belly. And when you feel your thoughts drift to maybe what you've got to do during the day, redirect your attention to your breath. If you can do these for 3 to 5 minutes a day, that's amazing. Follow your breath. This is another one. Abdominal breathing is the one after follow your breath. This one is that breathe through your stomach as much as possible. We've heard that before. And really what it is letting your diaphragm that's up here right underneath your rib cage drop down so it can suck in more air. So you're going to do that by inflating your belly, by inhaling as if to fill it with air, and then swell your chest as you exhale so that it's like comes up and through. This type of breathing might be easier to do while you're lying down because you can put your hand on your stomach and kind of feel it. But just remember, you're going to first empty your stomach and then your chest. Rhythmic breathing is the next one. This one's pretty simple. Near the end of each inhalation, just pause and mentally count to 3, holding that air, and then exhale. And then you can even count to 3 after exhaling. This is a great one to use when you're feeling anxious and need to calm. This rhythmic breathing is one that has been found to slow your rate down and help you calm. Then alternating nostrils, breathing in slowly through one nostril and out slowly through that same nostril, and then the other side. You can do it that way, or you can breathe in through one and then out through the other. And some people can get so good at this, they don't even have to use their finger. They can actually direct the air through whichever nostril they choose. So you can, there's lots of ways to alternate this one. I think this is kind of a cool one to use a nasal inhaler for. So you could put your Northern Escape or any other oil in there, eucalyptus, any of the other amazing oils, and you could practice alternate nostrils with that one. These are just a few breathing techniques. Again, you can do a search and find amazing benefits of breathing exercises and many breathing exercises that are going to support your overall wellness and support your emotional and physical health. So thank you for joining us today. I just want to remind you to breathe in the forest and breathe out the everyday. And when you're breathing and doing these breathing exercises, maybe you can add an affirmation of, you know, all is well. I'm getting rid of the stress and anxiousness of the day. You can breathe in blessings and breathe out just so much gratitude for all that we have every day. So I encourage you to practice some of these and remember that breathing is super important and we can pay more attention to it and really get some great benefits.